Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be making curry chickpeas with sweet potato, over white rice, fried plantain, and a green salad. So that's going to be dinner for today. So that's what I'm going to be making today. So come along with me while I show you how I'll be making this dish. And this is my first time actually making it. I was like, it's going to be a meatless dinner today. So let's get started. So here I have two medium-sized potatoes, sweet potatoes, and I'm going to be peeling them. And you're going to see as I go along everything that I will be doing. So I'll be peeling my medium-sized potatoes and then I'm going to be cutting them up into dices. And also I will have my green seasoning. You will see as I go along. This dish was really tasty, and I also add some coconut milk to it. It was very, very yummy, very yummy. And I just made that for dinner. It was really, really good. So I'm peeling my potatoes with a knife because I don't have a potato peeler, so I'll be using the knife to peel my potatoes. And as I go along and I peel my potatoes, guys, I'm going to be talking through this and telling you guys what I'm doing, even though you can see so a lot of things that are just self-explanatory as I go along, but I just want to be a little bit more detailed. So here we have our potatoes peeling, and now I'm going to use like a quarter of green pepper. And I'm going to use a quarter of yellow pepper also, and a quarter of red pepper. I think it was red and also, yeah, or orange and yellow. I made it a little colorful. Here I am showing you guys how, yeah, orange and yellow pepper, I'm correct. I'm showing you guys how I do it and how much seasoning I use and how I go along and do it. And the thing about meatless dinner, recognize one thing I must say is that when you season your pot as if you're seasoning meat, it tends to give it a flavor. So whether you're making tofu or chunks, veggie chunks, I think if you season your pot just like you season meat, it will be the same thing. As you could see right here what I'm using, all that I'm using. And I like garlic. I said this before. I do like to use a lot of garlic when I'm cooking. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm just cutting them up in like dice pieces. And I will be showing you how I do all of that. And that's what it looks like in the end. Now I'm going to be cutting down all my sweet potatoes. And you will see also how that look in the end. I won't keep everything just showing. I'm going to try to make my video as short as possible and as detailed as possible, guys. Yeah, it's a fight to get that potato open right there, but yes, I did. And there you have it. And I'm just chopping them up. Of course, anything fall in the sink, you just gotta rinse it off and keep it. So I bring it a little bit closer so you guys can see how I'm cutting them down into pieces. You can see. So now it looks like big chunks of like meat, right? So when I'm going to curry it, you can see. And this is my white rice, guys. I really love this white rice. I really, really like this white rice here. The jasmine white rice, the one from, as you can see, it's the Thailand. It's the product of Thailand. But this one is really good. I saute it a little bit before I cook it, and it tastes really great. So I'm measuring 2 cups of rice. So that's one. It's a little bit over a cup, but it's exactly like, you know, the amount that works. So I'm measuring 2 cups out right here. And I'm going to wash my rice. I'm preparing everything here at the sink before I get to the stove. So when I get to the stove, I'll just go ahead and cook, and you guys will see what I'm doing. So here I'm going to be washing this rice at least twice or maybe 3 times. I like to wash it off a little bit to make sure I get it, like, you know, not, I really like to clean my rice before I cook it. And it's just something that I was taught growing up, so I just keep doing it. So I'm going to be washing my rice, getting everything ready to go to the stove so then I can start to cook. Yes, guys. So I'm washing off the rice, as you could see right here. And I'm just going to place the strainer on top and let all the water drain out. And then we're going to move over to the stove. And right here, guys, you can see I just add in, I would say at least like maybe like about a quarter of olive oil in the pot, because I'm going to saute the rice for a bit and get my rice starting to cook. And as you can see, I'm showing you guys how I saute it. I learned this from a friend, and I think that was one of the best things she taught me, because the rice do taste extremely great after doing it like this. So today I'm just gonna make plain white rice. I'm not adding no coconut milk to it or anything. I'm just gonna make plain white rice, and I'm putting 3 cups of water to 2 cups of rice. And you could see I put 3 and a little bit more than 3. So you can actually tell you don't want to put too much water because you don't want your rice to be too soggy. And I'm going to use at least a tablespoon and a half of salt, and I'm going to just put it in. And I'm going to use at least a half tablespoon of butter, unsalted butter, guys. Please make sure it's unsalted butter, because if you put salt in your rice and then you put salted butter, it's going to be way too salty. And then you're going to cover that and have that cook. Over here, I'm adding some canola oil in the pot right here. Sorry, I'm adding some canola oil in the pot because I'm going to get my pot ready for my curry. Here I'm going to use, as you could see, a tablespoon of curry. And this is the Better Pot curry. I really like this curry. This curry, I really do like it. And I'm going to put a few pegs of garlic into the curry, and I'm going to burn the garlic in the curry before I start to saute the veggies, the green veggies, the green seasoning, and the sweet potato. So here I'll just saute them for a while so I could like coat it with the curry and just get it sauteed in the oil so it could give all the flavor into the oil. And this is my 2 cans of Goya chickpeas that I'm going to be rinsing off at the sink. So I'm going to open these chickpeas and I'm going to rinse them off at the sink before in the strainer before I add them to the pot. And you will see as I go along. So here now I'll be adding the sweet potatoes into the pot. And I'm going to also do the same. I'm just coating the veggies and the potatoes together with the curry, so then it would look more like curry, if you get where I'm coming from. Like, yeah, coat it all together. And I'm going to put like 2 cups of water in, and I'm going to cover that and let it stay for at least 20 minutes on medium heat. And here I rinse off my chickpeas, and I'm going to be adding them to the pot, as you can see. Yeah, my pot keeps sliding off the stove. I don't know if anyone have an electric stove. I just keep having issue with it. I'm gonna have to maybe change the pot or something. It's like you see, I keep holding it. It's like it just keeps sliding because, of course. So now I'm gonna add some onion powder. Some onion powder, guys, some badea, and this is garlic powder. Of course, I add a little bit more garlic powder, and I'm gonna just stir that in. And then I'm going to also add my coconut milk. See, and it's the Grace powdered coconut milk. I'm going to stir that in. I'm not stirring too hard because I don't want to break up all the potatoes. I don't want it to look too soggy. I do want it to have the chunks. And I'm going to keep that on a little low heat and let it stay. Now I'm checking on my rice. And as you could see, the rice is really, really good. It's shelly. As you could see, it's not like too soggy. It's like falling off the fork, and that's how I wanted it. Yes, because that's how I like the rice to be shelly, not too soft. So I place back the foil. I put aluminum foil on my rice because I want it to be steamed properly and not adding too much water to it. So then I would just place the rice back there. Here I am doing my vegetables. I'm getting my lettuce ready, my tomatoes and my cucumber, and I'm just going to take off as much stalk of lettuce that I would like to use and just place them in the strainer that I'm using in the sink, and I will be washing off them right here. So here I'm washing everything. Tomatoes. I take a half of the cucumber because, of course, tiny little family. And I just cut it at the bottom. I'm just getting everything ready. So now I will be washing off my lettuce and removing anything that looks like those little black things in the leaf. I'm just going to be picking them out, and I'm going to wash off all my lettuce, and I'm going to use a paper towel to dry them off individually. I'll just dry all the excess water off the vegetables to prevent it from being soggy. And I do not cut the lettuce, guys. I just use my fingers to tear them apart. And then I just dry them off with like paper towel. And do this to all my lettuce because it gives the salad a more crunchy and fresh taste instead of having the water sitting on top of the lettuce. So it preventing it from being soggy. I'll be doing this to all of them, making sure I'm trying to detail this as much as possible so you can see what I'm doing, like make it as easy as possible for you to understand and be able to make something. Or even if you want to try it, you can say, okay, I could try this, and you will see it's like very easy to do. Now I'm just slicing down my cucumbers in like round slices, not too big, not too thick. And I'm going to just cut down the tomato salad, the salad tomato, the amount that I would like. I would just cut them into not too thick, but just like a medium-sized slice, and put them along with my veggies. And there I have it. It's all done. I'm just going to be placing this in the fridge until I'm ready. And now I'm getting my plantain ready to be fried. And I'm going to cut this in the middle. Yes, guys. And then I'm going to be going over to start frying them. Okay, so right here I stopped to check on my, as you could see, it is completely finished. So I'm gonna bring the camera in a little closer, guys, so you can see. Of course, I'm my own camera person and my own cook at the same time. I'm doing both on my own. So yes, as you could see before, it was complete, and I'm going to just leave everything on low heat. Now I'm going to add at least a quarter cup of oil here, and I'm going to start to fry my plantains. Guys, you can see. So I fry my plantain at least 3 minutes on each side. I do not want them to be like real burn. I don't want them to be burned. So I just fry them until they're like golden looking brown, and make sure they're fried well on the inside. And of course, I love plantain. Anyone that knows me knows that I love plantains a lot. Yeah, so it's like frying them and I'm eating them at the same time. Yes. And you guys can see, so I'm just going to be frying them on each side at least 2 to 3 minutes. And you can see I'm finished. Of course, I'm going to be tasting my plantain. Guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my videos. I really appreciate all the support. And this is my finish, as you could see. And it was really tasty. And I did have guava and pineapple and ginger juice on the side. And I do have a video that I show you guys how I made it using some artificial and natural ingredients. And it was really good. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.